your arms around. I'll be glancing at the screen every now and again. And then I'll put everybody on mute, but you can unmute yourself at any time. And as you lie down, I forgot to mention 2 things. It would be nice if you have available some kind of towel or blanket or something to roll up beneath your neck. So it can be really small because it's just going to kind of fill in the curve, and then we'll press the head back. And if you don't have anything that's handy, that's okay. You can go directly on your mat. Turn the block flat so it's low, because we'll be pressing back into it. Yeah, that's it. See if that works, Connie. If it feels really weird, then skip that part. We'll skip the prop, move the block aside. And also, if you have a bathrobe sash or a yoga belt or a tie that's not being used by someone, a necktie, some kind of strap-like object, that would be nice as well. So I'm going to take, since I have a little towel, I'm going to take it and roll it up. And I'll start with it rolled up all the way, and when I lie down, I can always unroll it if it feels like it's too much, until it just matches the back of my neck comfortably. Arrange the legs so that you're comfortable. You might stretch the body out, breathing in, breathing out. Settle in here. Let the earth support you. Feel the ground beneath you and the air on your skin. And give yourself permission to release into the tangible, physical, solid support below you right now. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Take a moment while you're here and gently, with the support of the rolled towel underneath your neck, gently roll the head to one side. Gently over to the other side. Just like that again. As you return to center, feel where the back, the round part of your skull, makes contact with your mat. If it's not touching at all, You might unroll your blanket just a little bit so you can sense that just that little bit of the back of the skull can make contact, even if it's lightly, with the mat. And then as you exhale, press the back of the head, just the round part of the skull, straight down into your mat. It's the same kind of movement as if we were sitting up and doing that make many little chins and pull the chin back. It's that same movement, and then relax the effort. And you might notice some work down in the muscles along the nape of the neck that run down even toward the shoulder blades. So let's do that again, part of resetting the head, the neck. Exhale, press the back of the head straight down into the mat. Maybe make a few little chins, and then inhale, relax the effort. Do that 2 more times. Exhale, drawing in, connecting. Inhale, releasing. Exhale, pressing down. Inhale, releasing. And once again, very gently roll the head to one side. Minimal effort. Lightly, gently over to the other side. And back to center. As you return to center, now bend the knees, place the feet flat on the mat. And as you inhale, take both arms overhead to whatever height behind you they want to go, however far they want to go. If your headrest is preventing your arms from going further back, you can remove it completely, you can lower it down, whatever works for you. And we'll start to move with the rhythm of the breath. So I'm going to adjust my neck support, and then bring the arms down. We'll take both arms up overhead on an inhale. Take the whole inhale to come up. Pause when you're at the top of the movement, at the top of the breath. And exhale as you come down. Remember, your pace, your results may vary. Your pace may be different than mine. Inhaling, sweep the arms overhead. Pausing at the top of the movement and the top of the breath. Exhaling back down. One more time in this direction. Inhaling. And let the head rest on the mat. Exhaling, arms back down. This time, as much as you have room for, take the arms out in a snow angel circle, out to the sides. And then the destination is the same. We wind up with the arms reaching back behind us. And then out to the sides and back down to the hips. Just a different way of getting there. Inhaling, open out to the sides. Reach long. Exhaling out to the sides. The arms come down one more time. Inhaling, reaching out. Pause at the top. Exhale, arms back down. And then let the hands and the arms find their own comfortable resting spot. If your headrest is super comfortable, you can keep it, or if you prefer, you can move it out of the way now. From here, cross the right ankle over the left, rotate the ankle. Go the other way. And now bring the shin into the chest. Use your hands and rock your shin side to side across the body. Yeah. Changing
angles along the way. So sometimes when you rock, you're bringing the knee more towards your right elbow and armpit, and other times you're rocking the knee more out to the right side of the waist. Now, same leg, circle the knee around. You can do this with the hand guiding the movement or the arms completely relaxed. Just take the knee as it wishes. All the way around and back the other way. Reach the leg up high in the air. The knee can be bent, that's just fine. And we'll take the hands either behind the thigh, clasping, or holding on to your clothing. In this case, the place that will connect will be behind the thigh rather than up toward the foot. And if it's better to have like a belt behind the thigh, you can do that as well. So this time we'll press the thigh away from us as we straighten the leg, however much it straightens. And then let the knee bend and relax the effort. So we're resisting the thigh into the hands, then the leg goes as straight as it wants. Pause there and slowly come back. Nice and mindfully, the leg is active, the foot stays flexed. And then back we go. Resist with the thigh away from you. Lengthen the back of the leg. Maybe there's an interesting bit of sensation there. Breathe. Check in with your neck. Maybe the head wants to roll a little side to side, releasing tension in the neck. Return to center. Release the hands. Zip up the belly and slowly, 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 slowly lower your leg. Take your time. Take so much time. Eventually, the right heel lands on the mat and it really like magnetizes into the floor. Really plug the right heel in. Reach your right arm overhead and lengthen the whole right side of the body. On your next inhale, maybe reach a little further, the heel to the front of the room and the fingers to the back of the room. Exhale, relax the effort. Leave the arm and leg stretched out long. And let's extend again. On the next inhale, reach actively, super long. And release the effort. One more time. Inhale, reach extra long. And exhale, release. Lower the right arm. Bend the right knee. Place the feet flat. Heel toe the feet out wide on your mat width or even a little wider. Tip both knees to the left. Leave them there. As the knees go to the left, notice what's going on in the right leg. So right now we're paying attention. As long as the left leg is comfortable, leave it be. If it wants some support, a block or a blanket underneath there to make things comfortable, you can put support there. Then direct your attention to the right leg. Zip up the belly and see if you can find a bit of length in the front of the thigh, maybe deep in the abdomen. Sometimes I'll walk my right foot off my mat a little further in this position to tap into the stretch in the front of the hip. And then take the right arm overhead. See what that feels like and breathe into the right side of the abdomen, the front of the right thigh. Breathe up into the right side of the waist and the chest. Even a little extra breath in the right armpit and chest and shoulder. Then release the arm and exhale, zip up the belly, sweep the legs back to center, walk the feet in. And let's cross the left ankle over the right leg. It's a resting place, a parking place, so we can rotate the ankle. And take your time with the ankle rotations, then go the other way. And release. Now bring the shin in and rock it across the body, side to side. The left knee points out to the left at varying angles, sometimes more to its own shoulder, sometimes more out to the side of the leaves. Now, bring the knee back to, or the thigh back to neutral. Circle the knee around with or without the hand. Go the other way. And now, as the knee comes back in, send the foot up in the air. The knee can be bent as much as it wants to, and finding a position where the hands or a belt can hold behind the back of the thigh. Shrug the shoulders down, check in with the neck, and then we resist and release. So the resistance is press the thigh away from the chest into the hands, and then relax the effort. Let the knee bend and the foot come slowly back down. Resist, hold the resistance, and gradually release. So we're not letting the foot just drop and let go of the effort. It's mindfully moving on the down movement as well as when the foot goes up. Let's do one last time. One last round. Resist and hold the resistance. And then leave the leg in the air. Release the arms completely. Zip up the belly. Aim to pin your belly button down toward the mat. And slowly lower the left leg. Take your time. This is part of how we build strength. Once the leg gets down, plug the heel into the mat. Press it down into the floor. Reach the left arm overhead. The whole left side is long. And as you inhale, reach long, squeeze the muscles. As you exhale, relax the effort 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen and squeeze the muscles. Exhale, relax the effort. And last time, inhale and squeeze the muscles. Exhale, relax the effort. Bring the arm down. Bend the knees, bring the feet flat to your mat. Heel toe your feet mat width apart. Tip the knees over to the right this time. And again, we'll focus on first checking in with the right leg. If it wants support, give it support. Then focusing our attention on the left leg. If it feels good to walk the left foot off the mat to get a little more sense of space in the front of the left thigh, go ahead and do that. Be mindful, if your knee doesn't like the foot position, then rearrange the foot until your knee is happy. If you wish, reach the left arm overhead. Remember, everything is optional except for the breathing. The breathing is the only mandatory part of the practice. Now, as you're breathing, guide the awareness to the front of the left thigh. What's it like over there? You might even give your glutes a little squeeze on that side to Exaggerate the space in the front of the body, the front of the thigh. And then guide the attention up the left side of the pelvis, the left side of the abdomen, the whole left side of the waist and the rib cage, the chest and the armpit. Breathing into this sigh, as if now the left lung gets some extra space to expand. And release and relax that effort. Bring the arms down, walk the foot in, exhale, zip up the belly as the knees come back to center and walk the feet back close to your mat. And then let's take a little happy baby stretch. Bend the knees out wide, feet are flexed. Hold the backs of the thighs or walk the hands up the shins. Remember, make sure that wherever your hands are, that the back of your neck is still nice and long, and that the back of your head is still in contact with your mat or your blanket. Rock while you're in happy baby. And then see what feels good in your body. Does your body like to lengthen the spine and bring the tailbone down? Does your body like to kind of pull the navel in and be more in like almost a fetal or a what are those, the roly-poly bugs? Does your tailbone want to lift up to the sky in a roly-poly bug fashion? And then release all the effort. Bring the knees back in so they're close. Open the arms out wide to the sides. And let's take the knees side to side. So we'll start with the knees in quite close to the chest. They can be together or separate depending on your comfort. Check in with your hips and see what works for your body today. And then start to bring the knees over to one side a little bit at first, up and over to the other side. Just like that, sweeping side to side. Use the muscles in the abdomen and the sides of the waist to control the speed, so maintain a steady pace. And if you want to add challenge, move the knees further away from the spine, not so much that it pulls you into a back bend. And then you decide if you want to add still more challenge. The knees go further out to the sides. Maybe the knees get straighter. Adjust the position so it suits you today. Visit each side one more time. Come back to center. Lower the feet, place the hands right on the kneecaps, and this time we'll circle the feet around so the shins are moving. My knees are the pivot point. I'm just gonna spin around so that you see what my feet are doing. The feet are doing the big circle, the shins are moving, and the knees are facilitating that movement. Go the other way. And then bring the knees into the chest. Tuck the, don't tuck anything. I don't know what I was gonna say there. Place your feet down flat on your mat. Relax your arms, take them out wide. And this time, your feet are about mat width to start. And your head is doing a gentle rocking motion. Your knees are following the pace of the head. So this is less about like range of motion, more about creating a soothing rhythm. The head and the neck guide the pace. The knees can can always keep up with the head, although it may feel like it's the head and neck are slowing them down. But the neck can't always keep up with the knees. It doesn't feel right. Come back to center. Walk the feet in a little closer to each other. Bring your right knee into your chest. Give it a hug. It can hug in more toward the center or hug in more toward the right armpit. Clasp where it's comfortable for you, behind the thigh or around the shin. And then stretch the other leg out long on the mat. Breathe here. Inhale and exhale. And we're sending energy down the straight leg as if we were standing on a wall. Leave the left leg as it is. Release the left hand. I'll rest mine on the front of the left side of the pelvis. So it's just a little bit of a reminder for that side of the body to stay put as the right knee goes out to the right. So if the knee is pulling the pelvis and the other leg over, bring it back so your pelvis is steady. And then in this way, we can strengthen our core stabilizing muscles. We can strengthen the other leg. We can lengthen the hip flexors, even as we give the inner thigh a stretch on the right leg. Now bring the knee back in. Little different position. Place the right foot down flat and think of this as a tree taking a nap pose. So you'll tip your right knee out to the right, same side, same leg, but now your right foot is closer to your left thigh. And again, if it feels like, ooh, well, this is awkward, scooch the foot away from the thigh, find another position that works, or support the outer thigh, and then flex the left foot, left leg is really active. Think of how it would work. How would it feel if we were literally standing upright on it for tree pose? And use those muscles. And zip up the belly and lengthen the spine. And how would the arms like to be? Do they want to go out wider to the sides? Or maybe they want to reach up overhead or toward the back of the room. Take a few breaths in your own creation of a spacious, reclining tree pose. Inhale and exhale. Stay nice and long in the back of the neck, really long down the left leg, and in between, long down your spine. Take another inhale. Gradually lowering the arms. Scooch the right foot out and swing the knee back in. Bend both knees. And your choice, in between sides, either windshield wiper the knees or draw the knees into the chest and rock here. If you love to lift the nose up to the knees and get really compact, that's also an option. So some kind of rocking motion with the legs and the head in a position that feels nice for your body right now. And then touch the right foot down, the head comes down if it was lifted, and reach the right leg down the mat. Left knee stays hugged in. Oh wait, we did that whole thing where we took our time, didn't we? Stretch out, lengthen. Plug the right heel into the mat. Take a few breaths here. Check in with your neck. You might roll the head side to side. How does that feel? Release the right hand to the front of the pelvis or the front of the right thigh. Breathe while you're here. And in this position, sometimes I like to imagine a gigantic rubber band looped over the left knee and then going down and looping under the the right heel and the sole of the foot, and I'm trying to get a little bit of stretch in that giant rubber band. Now, keep the activity, I don't know, the energy in your right leg. Take your left knee out to the side, out to the left. So this is with the foot in the air, a stretch for the inner thigh. We'll head to the tree pose next. This is us getting ready for it. Breathing in, breathing out. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, bring the knee back in. Touch the left foot down to the mat. Use side one as sort of a guideline for whether to walk the foot in close and then tilt the knee out, or we'll leave a little space between the right thigh and the sole of the left foot. Support the outer thigh and knee if that is useful, if that is helpful for your body. And then notice, even in this tree variation, well, the same thing tends to happen, right? If the knee drops off to the side, sometimes it'll pull the pelvis and the right leg with it. So make sure, sometimes I like to put my hands kind of on the pelvis or the frontal hip bones and get a reality check of where my pelvis is, where my body is in space. And then breathe here. Standing on your imaginary wall, or if you do have a wall right there, you can use an actual wall. And then the arms in any position that works for you. You might find the same position as on the other side, or you may create a different one here. And then take a few breaths powerfully in this position. My hip flexors feel especially tight these days because of all of the sitting in front of screens I've been doing. So I'm feeling a stretch in the front of the right hip and then sort of a tug down low in the abdomen through the pelvis where the psoas is. So you may or may not feel that, right? That's in my body and that's a tight area for me anyways. You may not feel that. You may feel something else somewhere else. Notice what you're actually feeling. If it's something stretchy or you feel some effort somewhere, that's fine. If something feels pinchy or sharp, dial that back. And bring the arms down. You can help the knee come in or sweep it in gently by itself. Bend the knees. Take the feet flat to the mat. And same options here, either windshield wipers, hug the knees in and rock, lift the head if you want. Now roll over to one side. Whatever side you choose, take your legs with you. We'll use this for a little thoracic opening, upper and mid back opening. So from this side, if you want to use your towel for a little support under your head, you can, or you can use your own arm if you want. We're headed into either draw your bow and arrow or open and close your book. If you're opening and closing the book, the top hand rests somewhere on the bottom arm. You open up into a twist and then close. If it's well tolerated, the eyes follow the thumb as it moves and as you open more and more into the twist, and then back again. For this reason, don't rush. You don't have to whip the head around and slow and steady, leave the legs on one side. And then let's see how it feels if we take a few circles. I'm imagining like I'm swimming freestyle. My arms going in a gentle circle back behind me. That's when I'm doing the twist. And then the arm goes out in front of the chest. I'm on my side again. So this twist is built into the circle that we're doing. Let's do one last circle in this direction. And as you complete it, change direction. Now we're doing backstroke. Same thing when your arm goes out in front of your chest or on your side. And as your arm goes behind you, the chest goes with it. You can sort of follow the thumb around. It'll disappear when it goes down towards your hip. It might disappear overhead too, but right in the middle you can follow it. The next time you open up in the twist, stay open, stay twisting, and breathe. Breathe across the upper chest, breathe across the collarbones and shoulders, and breathe a little extra into the side of your rib cage that's facing the ceiling. Take a couple more breaths here. And as we get ready to change sides, you can bring your arm back over and then squiggle over, or if you want to, you can pull the knees in and move the legs over. Keep the arms wide. Either way is fine. And once you're over on the other side, I'm going to swing myself around, but you can flip over. We'll start with the bow and arrow or open and close the book movement, easing into a twist to warm up these muscles in the upper and mid back. And again, if it's well tolerated, as you open up, following the thumb with the eyes. Opening on the inhale. Closing on the exhale. Just like that. Open on the inhale. Closing on the exhale. And now a few freestyle swimming strokes. Big circles. Incorporate the twisting motion into the circles. Don't let the shoulder get stuck here. Move your chest around with the arm. As you complete the circle you're on, reverse. Again, you are free to move the head with the movement of the arm, watching as much of the hand movement as the head can allow. The next time you're open in the twist, stay in the twist. Breathe while you're here. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Stay right here as you breathe. Inhale and exhale, unwind from your twist. Use your hands and press up gently. There's no rush. Let your head come up at the last. Come for a moment to any seated position. And as you find a seated upright position, lower the chin to the chest. take the head over to your right side, ear toward the shoulder, and maybe a little bit back behind you, not going quite all the way back. And then slowly come back. Make your way down to the chest, over to the other side. Breathing here. Head back to the right side. Stay right there. Take the right hand to the head, left arm off to the side. And in this position, usually we use the hand to assist the stretch. We will in a moment, but for our first mission, we'll resist a little. So this top hand, resist your head in as if your head wants to come to upright, the hand won't quite let it. Relax the effort. Do that 2 more times. Resist as if your head wants to come upright and relax back into the stretch. And then 1 more time. Resist, the head wants to come upright, and then relax and let the head tilt as far to the right as it wants to. The hand providing some encouragement but not forcing. And then check in with the other arm, the low arm, and rotate the arm, move it around if you like. Now if you want to tilt and turn the head, go ahead, feel free. Noticing the sensation in the neck and how it moves and changes. Very gently release, lower the chin, slowly head to the other side. As your head tilts over to the left hand on top of the head, and our first order of the day is resisting the head trying to come to upright. Relax the resistance 2 more times. Exhale as you resist. Oh, this side of my neck's a little tighter. Notice what it's like for you. Inhale. Exhale 1 more time, resisting. Release the resistance. Stay right there and breathe. Inhaling. Exhaling. Stay in the side stretch if you like. Move the bottom arm around if you like. Gently turn and tilt the head. Feeling into the different areas, the different layers of tension that maybe are starting to release now. One side may feel like not a whole lot of excitement. The other one may be like, oh, that is very interesting. So notice what this side is like right now and work with it with as much kindness as you can. And release the hand and roll the head slowly, 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 slowly. Oh, so slowly back to center. And then roll the head to upright. And once your head is upright, take your hands behind your head, elbows out wide to the sides. And our movement will be kind of like a cat-cow sitting upright. So we'll lift the chest a bit, find a little back bend. My head's resisting slightly into the back of the head, or my head is resisting slightly into my hands, and my elbows are open really wide. Then bring your elbows forward and curl down. Make length in the back of the neck, but let your shoulder blades drop down, almost melt down your back. And now slowly come to upright. There's a little bit of resistance with the head and the hands, but it's not a big fight. Lift the chest, elbows wide open, and now go the other way. Bring the elbows in close and melt the chest, melt the shoulder blades down the back as well. And let's do 2 more like that. Peel the chest up and the elbows open. Make space, and then go the other way. This is another kind of counter pose to, well, not kind of, it is, to what we spend a lot of our time doing. Chest lifts, elbows out wide, and then come to neutral. Release the arms. As the arms and the hands relax, roll the shoulders up and back, down and around. Really move the shoulder blades on the back. Let the elbows help a little bit around the back side. Might be a little crunchy in there. If it hurts, go lightly, detour around any really like tender spots. If it's just noisy, keep moving, be kind, release. Now from here, we took the head over to one side. Let's invite the whole spine into a side bend. Take the right hand over to the side, the left hand behind the head to start, and we'll make space along the left side of the body. Breathe here, anchor your sitting bones, especially the left one, and reach the elbow up high. You can stay there, or you can release the top arm and add it like it grows out of the side of your waist. And use this position to take the breath into the spacious side and expand the ribs and expand the left lung. Inviting the breath into those areas where sometimes it doesn't quite get. Now while we're here, add a bit of rotating of the chest. You can move the arm around, you can turn the head around. You cannot get this wrong, I promise you. Move and breathe and feel your way into it. And on your next inhale, reach up with the left arm. It helps you to come to upright. Roll the shoulder, and then pause for a moment. Notice what each side of the neck and the shoulder feel like. Notice what each side of the rib cage feels like. Maybe there's a bit of a difference. Let's go to the other side. Left hand reaches out to the left, right hand behind the head. Anchor the sitting bones, lift the navel, and make a lot of space. At first, it's almost like I think of like stretching out a tape measure between the right sitting bone and the right elbow. It's kind of a vertical line, and then it gets a little bit of an arc into it gradually. Keep the right sitting bone anchored as you add the curve, maybe extending the top arm up and over. In the reach, breathe while you're here. Now send the extra attention and breath over into the right side of the rib cage and the lung. Invite a little extra breath into the right lung. And now add your own interpretation, your own movement. What feels good in your body on this side, on this day. What's it like now? What's it like now? What's it like now? Reach up high with the right arm. It lifts us to upright, and then the right shoulder takes a few extra rolls. And check things out over here while we're sitting up tall. Find that puppet string anchoring you down into the earth, lengthening the crown of your head up high, and keep the eyes at horizon level as you look over one shoulder and back behind you. Stay right there. Nice and tall, looking over one shoulder And then take your time, nice steady pace. Keep the eyes at the same horizon level as you go to the other side. Puppet string is tugging you tall, looking behind you over this shoulder. Breathe here. Unwind gently. Lift the shoulders, give them a good squeeze. Lift the elbows, and then lift the wrists. We'll lift them open and lower the arms. Shoulders, elbows, wrists up high. Exhale, open wide and down one more time. Shoulders, elbows, wrists. Exhale all the way down. Unwind your legs. Bring your feet somewhere out in front of you, and we'll move in a seated windshield wiper way. So the aim is let the feet rock side to side so the movement is happening in the pelvis and in the hip joints. And if that feels all right, you want to add a bit of extra challenge for balance and core, send the arms out wide to the sides. That's it. Back to center. Walk the feet back in. Round and pull the navel in and lean back. And sit up tall. Round back. And sit up tall. One more time. And up tall. Now, when you are ready, come to an upright position. We'll take it slow, so make your way first to standing folded over your toes with the knees bent. Maybe hold the arms and let yourself hang here. Let gravity lengthen the back of the neck. You might sway. And then stay right there for a couple more breaths. Getting a gravity assist to traction the neck, to lengthen the back. Release the arms. Let your arms, shoulders, neck, and head remain like a rag doll as the feet plug in and the legs wake up and the belly lifts. So we're slowly coming upright. Lower body's really active. Upper body's just going along for the ride. Plant your feet. Inhale, circle the arms overhead. And exhale, hands to the heart. And let's set ourselves up for a little half sun salutation. So you might be at the front of your mat, or you're facing this way, or however works. Plant your feet. Inhale. I know you guys can't see my head. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. That's not like the headless yoga teacher. There we go. Feet facing forward. Stand evenly on the feet. Release the arms. And find that an echo of that puppet string from the crown of your head lifting up from your tailbone, tugging you down. So even as you stand here and gravity sort of pushes on us, there's an internal lengthening, spaciousness. Keep that sense of rooting down deep into the earth, receiving both support and, like a tree, receiving nourishment from the earth. Inhale, the arms go up overhead. Exhale, fold down, bend the knees any amount, fold as low as you wish, and pause right there. On your next inhale, come halfway up. Pause right there. On the exhale, lower back down. Pause right there. And press with the feet, zip up the belly, inhale your way up to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. And we'll do that again. Root down, inhale, reach out, reach up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Halfway up on an inhale. All the way down on an exhale. And up we go, plant the feet. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. And last time. Inhale, root down, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Press down, zip up, inhale up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Press the palms together in a way that broadens the collarbones. And keep that spaciousness across the upper chest. Zip up the belly. Find your inner puppet string, crown of the head rising up, tailbone lengthening down. Bring your hands to your pelvis. Shift your weight to your right leg. Bend your left knee, come to tiptoes. You are in charge of how much the leg lifts, and if it feels good to have a wall, you can place the right hand on a wall. Exhale, lift your left knee, and then bring it down. Lift it again, and bring it down. Last time. Lift it again. Bring it down. Switch legs nice and smoothly. Stand on the left foot. Zip up the belly. Puppet string lengthening your spine. Keep that nice and steady. Exhale, lift the right knee. And inhale, touch the foot down. So our aim is come up again. And back down. How little movement can we have in the rest of the body so that it's almost only the leg that's moving around. As you come down, return to the first side, standing on the right foot, bending the left knee. And again, find your long puppet string, that sense of being tugged into a bit of extra spaciousness. Exhale, bend the left knee. Now you decide. The knee might come up and out, and the foot rests somewhere on the leg. If it feels not quite steady enough for the foot to be on the leg, make a kickstand with the foot. Or if you've got a handy, I don't know, maybe you have a handy Buddha nearby. No disrespect, Buddha, thank you for your support. You might rest your knee on furniture or a nearby deity and use that support. Take a few more breaths on this side, adding an arm position of your choice. Breathing in, breathing out. And if it feels more challenging to balance these days, you are not alone. Release the arms and the leg. Take a moment and shake the legs out. Let's make the hips circle around. Let's make them circle. Let's make circles with the hips. Go the other way.
It's a little strange being in the room, laughing at my own jokes. All right, let's go to the other side. As you stand on your left foot, zip up the belly, lengthen again. Find your inner puppet string and tap into that extension and spaciousness. Raise the knee, take it out to the side, place your foot somewhere. High or low, supported, any way that works for this side. Steady the gaze. Remember, use your drishti, your steady gazing point, and add any arm variation. Breathing. So make sure you're breathing. Make sure you have a steady gazing spot. Send your roots down deeply, and best you can let go of the results of the practice. Some days it works out better than others. It's okay. Keep showing up. Take another breath. Release. Bring the leg down. Shake the legs out. Let's take one more hip movement. We'll make figure eights with the hips. So any stance you like, any amount of bend in the knees to facilitate these swoopy figure eights. I can't even see all of Connie, but I can see her hips are moving around a lot, and that's a wonderful thing. Go the other way now. Nice, back to center. Inhale, a big circle around you with arms out wide on the exhale, release. Good. Let's have a seat. Sit any way you like for a twist. I'm going to tilt this back so you can see me a bit better. So take I'm going to sit with legs crossed. We'll do a twist. You can have your legs out wide if you like, or some other way, if that makes you happy. Ooh, maybe we'll sneak a little extra stretch in here. Let's do it like this. Take your legs out wide to the sides. Lean back some into your hands, so that you can root down again into your seat and lift your chest. There's a hint of a back bend happening here. Now come to less of a back bend, more of a neutral spine. Now if your hamstrings say it's okay, come up a bit more vertical. If you feel like your pelvis is being pulled back, don't try to force the shoulders up while the pelvis remains back. Bring the whole spine. From here, turn your navel so it's looking at your right foot. Take your left hand over to your right leg. Breathe while you're here. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, turn your chest to the right. Look over your right shoulder. Sit tall and breathe. Now while we stay here, you might put a little extra attention into your left shoulder blade, as if I've got my hand on your left shoulder blade and I'm giving you a little loving nudge of encouragement in the direction you're twisting. Stay in the twist, but look toward the screen. Look toward me. Yeah, that's it. So you're looking away from the twist. Just notice what that's like for the neck. Take a breath in and out. In and out. Unwind, and let's change sides. Turn your navel to face the left foot. Take the right arm across, somewhere on the left leg. Sit up tall. Exhale and twist. Turning the chest to the left, the shoulders to the left. Looking behind you over the left shoulder. And then a little attention into the right shoulder blade
and allowing it to nudge you maybe a touch more into the twist. Remember, you are the one that's inside your body. Adjust this according to what feels appropriate for you. Turn the head to face forward, looking away from the twist, over the right shoulder, breathing in, breathing out. Take another breath here and unwind. From here, we'll take a forward bend, and you have a couple of choices. If you're like, ooh, this is a nice place for me to lean forward and that feels lovely, great, you can do that. If you're like, yeah, none of this feels especially lovely, lie down and hug your knees. So you can lie down and hug your knees, or if child's pose is calling you, you can do that. Or you can leave your legs out wide and fold forward. The idea is do something that is A, comfortable for you, and B, brings your chest and your thighs closer to each other. And then loop back to item number 1 in a way that feels comfortable for your body today. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Gradually ease up if you're in the seated version of the forward bend, and let's meet up together, reclining on our backs and hugging the knees to the chest. Draw the knees in and rock gently. And take the left foot flat to the mat, cross the right ankle over, and we'll take a hip stretch. So I know all of you have, all of you that are practicing with me right now, have some experience with these hip stretches. Now, if you happen to be watching later and you're new, know that you can do any variation. The idea when we're crossing the right leg on top is that the stretch is felt in the outer right hip area, or outer right. Feels like it's in the glutes, but it's actually underneath, deep to the glutes, deeper than the glutes. You might take what's very common called thread the needle, which is reaching the arms through and interlacing the fingers behind the left thigh. That's not the best spot for everybody. Sometimes in this position, the hip stretch isn't found, and sometimes it's just an awkward, reach through with the arms. So if any of those things apply, and this thread the needle variation doesn't feel right for you, then lower the bottom foot and use your hands to bring the shin in. It will give you more refined control over the position of the leg, and you can really dial into the hip stretch without it being a lot for the, hopefully, without it being a lot for the neck and the shoulders. And my friends who are near a wall, or maybe there's a bed behind you, you can place your foot, or a couch even. You've got some furniture and you want to place your left foot on the furniture and rest it, you can do that as well. Take a few more deep breaths in your variation of a hip stretch. Activate these muscles when we're standing and balancing. It's nice to give them a bit of stretching. Unwind the legs now and change sides. Other ankle on top. So left ankle on top. You choose, if you're doing thread the needle, reach through the legs, underneath, hold the back of the right thigh or clothing or belt. Lengthen the spine, rest the head on the support beneath you. Inhale, exhale. Stay right there in the hip stretch, breathing. Unwind gently. Take a hand on each knee and circle your knees around in opposite directions. Go the other way. Lower the left foot to the mat. And from this position, and you can release your arms for a moment, press your left foot down, scoot your hips over to the right a bit, and stretch your bottom leg out. Keep the right knee hugged in. Left hand takes the right knee, right arm goes out to the side, preparing for a twist. Rock gently, and take the right knee across the body as much as it wants to go until you're in a gentle spinal twist. Now if you want to bend both knees or change and do a different twist, by all means, do what takes care of you today. Do check in with your neck and see that there's still some nice space along the back of your neck. Take another breath in. And come back to center. Bend both knees, place both feet flat on the mat. Scoot yourself back to center. Hug the left knee in. And scoot your hips a little extra to the left. Stretch the right leg out. Hug the knee for a moment. And now right hand stays on the left knee or shin. Open the other arm out to the side. Whatever angle suits you, rock gently. Make your way into the twist. Check in with the neck and the head. See that they're in a comfortable position and there's space in the back of the neck. Breathe. Just the legs as needed. On an exhale, or truly when you're ready, return to center Bend the knees, place the feet flat on the mat, scoot your hips back to center. And then do any last movement that feels nice for your body. Maybe you're hugging your knees or curling up into a compact little ball. Maybe you're doing happy baby or rocking. Something, this is just for you. Something sweet just for your practice today. When you're ready, gather up what you'd like to have for Shavasana. Maybe a bolster or a towel rolled under the knees. Maybe blankets over you. I know the warmth is coming, but it may be a little cool still right now. Eye pillows if you have them. And take another moment if you like, unwinding, doing your finishing poses. This is your practice. Plenty of time for Shavasana. Arrange the body. See that you are as comfortable as possible. On an inhale, squeeze every muscle, arms and legs and hands and feet and shoulders and buns. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, squeeze it up. Exhale, let it go. And last time, inhale, squeeze every muscle. And let it all go. Let the toes, feet, and ankles relax. Let the thigh muscles lengthen. The gluteal muscles rest. Let the back body melt and spread out on your mat in relaxation. Swallow and relax the throat and jaw, allowing the throat to be a tender passageway between the mind and the heart. Let your heart blossom. Let your mind rest for a moment. Let your body rest.
Namaste.
gradually into the hands and feet, wrists and ankles. Roll the head gently to one side and then to the other side and back to center. As you're ready, start to move and stretch. You might inhale the arms overhead. Give a great big whole body stretch. When you are ready, draw the knees into the chest. Rock gently to one side and slowly press up to seated. Oh my gosh, there are kitties. I'm gonna unmute you guys. That's adorable. Oh, what a beautiful kitty. What a great yoga partner. Bring your hands right over the center of your heart. Lift your heart, lower your chin, and take a moment to offer yourself a wish of loving kindness. It may feel awkward, but we really need this extra loving care for ourselves. It helps us to, not only for our own sake, but for the sake of those around us, perhaps those in close quarters with us. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe and at ease. Now take a moment to send that wish out to maybe it's the kitty in the room with you, a child in your life, or any other loved one that's a simple relationship. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they be safe and at ease. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you, Sharon. Have a lovely rest of your day, everybody.
Thanks, Anne. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Orit.
Bye.